And a Fox News alert because these could be very tense and emotional moments inside a Utah courtroom this morning. For the very first time, Charlie Kirk's widow, Erika, and his parents are set to come face to face at a preliminary hearing with the man accused of killing him. Matt Finn is outside the courthouse in Provo, Utah with more. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Dana. This week will mark 10 months since Charlie Kirk was assassinated here in Utah, and his alleged assassin, Tyler Robinson, has yet to even enter a plea. Robinson's defense team tried multiple strategies to get the possibility of the death sentence off the table and delay the beginning of the preliminary hearing that's scheduled to begin this morning and last all week. Now, in Utah, a preliminary hearing is used to determine if there's probable cause to move forward with a murder trial. Late last week, the Utah Supreme Court denied 3 appeals by Robinson's legal team, which paved the way for the prelim to begin today with a camera in court. Tyler Robinson is charged with aggravated murder in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. In court this week, the state has indicated it's going to present a video that shows Robinson's former roommate and lover, Lance Twiggs, telling police that Robinson confessed that he assassinated Charlie Kirk, who was murdered last September 10th at Utah Valley University. Investigators say Tyler Robinson shot Kirk with a rifle from a rooftop and then in text messages confessed to his roommate lover Lance Twiggs. Twiggs texted, "Why?" Robinson replied, "Why did I do it?" Twiggs said, "Yeah." Robinson explained, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate cannot be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence." Now, the prosecution has indicated it's prepared to forewarn the families of Tyler Robinson and Charlie Kirk if graphic video or testimony is about to be discussed in court. And this morning, we have a brand new statement from Erika Kirk and Charlie's family. It reads in part, "Every court proceeding serves as a painful reminder of his death and the loss that has irrevocably impacted our lives and the lives of his children." The prosecution has indicated it plans to call witnesses, including state investigators and Utah Valley University police. Dana, Bill.
Matt Finn, thank you.
So I want to bring in James Gagliano, retired FBI supervisory agent, Fox News contributor, also there in Utah. And James, good morning to you. Based on what I read here, the prosecution's case is this. They've got overwhelming evidence, and they're set to prove it. How do you see that?
Yeah, and Bill, the standard is so low in a preliminary hearing. Remember, you're not trying to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. You're just trying to show enough of the evidence so that the judge can then go ahead and allow the trial to commence. And look, Utah's a peculiar place in that in their criminal court system, you don't even get arraigned before this. So we haven't even gotten a plea yet from Tyler Robinson. That may happen this week, but may happen afterward at a separate arraignment hearing.
Okay, it sounds to me, James, that this is like a grand jury proceeding that usually is done in private and not in public. Am I right on that definition, or?
Yeah, but this is going to be in public, and as part of the pretrial, maneuverings, what's going to happen is there are going to be witnesses that are going to be called by both the prosecution and the defense. The defense are going to call 3 DNA and forensics experts from out of state, and then the prosecution is going to call 4 State Bureau of Investigation folks that collected the evidence, as well as a Utah Valley University police officer that was there when the firing happened, and also they're going to call to the stand, which is going to be pretty explosive, but they're going to do it through something called an 1102 statement, Lance Twiggs. Lance Twiggs is the romantic partner and the roommate of Tyler Robinson. He's being allowed to testify through audiovisual means and not actually be in the courtroom today.
Okay, here's Erika Kirk. This is November of 2025, and how public this case has been from the beginning.
There were cameras all over my husband when he was murdered. There have been cameras all over my friends and family mourning. We deserve to have cameras in there. Why not be transparent? There's nothing to hide. Let everyone see and know how it happened, how it even got to this point. This is something that could impact a generation and generations to come.
James, she's getting her wish in the following way. It's going to be as public as our legal system allows, and that is cameras in the courtroom for all of us to watch.
Yeah, the judge has been very resistant to defense motions to disallow this. And look, you know, as Justice Brandeis said, you know, sunlight is the best disinfectant. And I think is more about the ideology, the perverse ideology that Tyler Robinson was beholden to comes out. It clearly establishes a motive. And lastly, Bill, there is evidence beyond evidence beyond evidence. We've convicted murderers on probably 10% of what the state has right now. The question is, what does the state choose to show now? And I'll be interested to see how the cross-examinations of witnesses go.
Okay, so we're going to see a lot now, and it's all going to be there on camera. A preliminary hearing that's going to last 5 days, starting in a few hours. James, good to have you on scene. Thanks for coming on today.
Thanks, Bill.
Okay, Dana.
Thanks.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox 1.